with your information. Okay, another thing I want to talk about real quickly, and is politics in IT jobs. Like, if I've been working in IT for a long time, and I just want to, because of all the stuff that's going on, I'm not gonna get political. I'm not gonna do it. It's a toxic thing to talk about right now. But I just want to talk about controversial or political or religious things in IT jobs. What is it like? What can you do? What has been my experience? Because it does come up sometimes. And for me personally, I can tell you, I just avoid the topic, because you're just gonna be disappointed. You know, you're gonna talk to somebody, they're not gonna agree with your political opinion, they're not gonna align with how you feel about things. It's just best to just avoid it and just keep it as a working relationship, and don't go down that rabbit hole. Now, if somebody happens to be very in line with what you feel or believe or whatever, and you guys happen to be neighbors or something like that, of course you can open up about it. But if it's just a coworker, it's just best to avoid it. And this is coming from a person who loves talking about it, because I believe that it's therapeutic to have a conversation about race, religion, politics, all those things we're not ever supposed to talk about. I like talking about it personally, but a lot of people are very sensitive about it, and they can't take other people having a different opinion than them. So it's best to just avoid talking about it when you're at the job. It's just don't do it. And then talking about environments I've worked in, I can't point to any. I mean, I'm being completely honest, and I've been working outside the military. I've been working outside since 2003, and I can tell you honestly that I haven't had any toxic working environments that were politically toxic. I've had working environments who are incompetent, where there's a lot of people who are incompetent, and the toxicity is people attacking each other because blaming each other for this or blaming each other for that. I've had those, but not like from a political perspective where people are attacking each other or it gets racial. Or I've not had that happen. In the military, kinda, it happened, but not outside the military. And I've really been blessed in that department. And I think maybe it's because, number one, I love talking about that stuff. So whenever I have somebody who is willing to open up about it, I love to talk about it. But if they're too sensitive, I just back off and I won't talk about it. So I'm very open-minded about all topics. And another thing is, I try to avoid talking to people who are very sensitive. So I just keep it very work-related. I don't bring up who did you vote for or anything like. No, I don't talk about that. If it's somebody who I know who can take it, and I don't care who they voted for, but if they are okay with how I feel about it, and they're more open-minded like me, regardless of their political leanings or their religious whatever, then I'll just open up and talk. And I love talking about it because for me it's therapeutic. The best working environments I've been in protect marginalized communities, and they're not pushy on their beliefs. They put it out there, and they're protecting marginal. When I say marginalized, I mean like people of color, the LGBTQ community. They're very supportive. Some companies I've been in, very supportive. They're like, hey, you're welcome here. We don't ever want you to feel left out. We don't want you to feel marginalized. We want you to be part of our team. And then on the flip side, they're not pushy about it. They're not like, there's some people who don't agree with any of it, and they're just there to do their job, and they have a completely 180 degree opinion about it. And that same company who is protecting marginalized communities also is allowing other people to be neutral about how they feel. In other words, they're not pushing their agenda, but they're not being forced to be pulled into the protect the marginalized communities. And those, in my opinion, those have been the best organizations that I've worked in. And a lot of them are either that or they're completely neutral. They just never talk about it. It never comes up. It doesn't come up in email. It doesn't come up in meetings. Nobody talks about it, and then that's it. So, and I'm cool with both of those things, by the way. Ultimately, my advice is what I've done about the whole thing that's really helped me out is to just go there to work. Just keep it as a completely innocuous working relationship. Don't bring up religion, don't bring up politics, don't talk about race. Just keep it completely, just like when people are fixing my house. I don't ask them who they voted for. I don't ask them what their religion is. They're here to fix my drywall. That's it. And then they're going to leave. That's how I am when I go to work. I'm like, I'm here to work on this security control, and then I'm out. Let me see.